Hey, what's up, guys? Watching Papo. Uh, Today I want to explain this list. Is a list that I've been playing. Well, I actually played just once, but I was very satisfied. And yes, it is about Hassassins bahram. Okay, so this list has got Harris here with three Mujibs that are well equipped. Okay, so an X visor. Check all the weaponry all these guys have, like rifle and light shotgun, Panther Faust. This guy's got a DP. Okay. Uh, then there is this whoopa. Sorry, I forgot to float on top. There's this girl, this Layla Sharif, and it's very interesting because if you check this property right here, it says the Hussam operative Layla Sharif counts as a Gulam or a Hassassin Mujib for a fireteam composition. So I've been thinking that I haven't been making the most of this girl because the idea would be that she's a Gulam at the beginning, right? So you have a very cheap um, fire team here that you're probably gonna deploy in a roof somewhere, providing good arrows. Mainly because you've got two missile launchers, all right. And then this Layla is basically here. But once obviously these guys are killed, because they're gonna die. Because if you check this out, it's pretty like just BS11, so it's not that great. Um, because the bonus is gonna have being realistic like BS14, considering that your opponent is gonna be placed in cover and you are a good range. Okay, and so basically once these people are killed, okay, you just have to move this Layla close to these Mujibs, and even if one of these guys is killed, all right, you still can make kind of a Harris here, okay? Or if none of these guys are killed, you can just mm, move Layla close to these guys, and because she counts as a Mujib as well, she can join the fire team. So that's the good thing about this girl. Plus the fact that she's got a killer hacking device. So imagine, for instance, that this guy, this Mujib, gets killed. Then you've got an X-Visor and this guy, but none of them are specialists. So the only thing you have to do then is to move this Layla close, make another Harris, and now you've got two Harris, right? Imagining that these guys are both killed. You've got like, well, two guys here, let's say, that you have a doctor, so you have a specialist in this group, and you have, if you put Layla in this group, then you have another specialist. What else do we got here? So we've got Fidai. Okay, I really like this guy. I've been trying and trying to play this guy quite a lot now, and it's not that easy, but it's not that hard. It's very difficult to deploy um, in a good position, but it really punishes those deployments that are I don't know, people are facing the wall or people are just facing towards another direction, and then you can just come with that Fidai, and well, just use the light shotgun and the smoke grenades and the rifle for long distance, um, and really punish those cheerleaders that are just there like hidden somewhere. Like, okay, I just want to provide an easy order, and out of the blue, just this Fidai comes and it's like, okay, let me kill five of your regular orders. So, and then I've got this guy that I'm still like, it's really good. No one can deny it. But at the same time, it's very difficult to play. So I'm playing this version because apparently that's the good one. I don't know yet. I'll get my own conclusions. But basically, he's got a shock marksman rifle and two viral pistols. So these two viral pistols are very good. But then that means that in order to be in good range, you need to move this guy towards the enemy, and this guy has not like forward deployment or something like that. So he really needs to move forward using obviously the Olo projector level 2. The good thing is also that he's a free agent, but I don't think it's an advantage on this list in particular, because I've got like 3 others here and 4 irregular and 4 impetuous. Okay, so basically the 4 irregular and impetuous are these guys, and then I've got the Lasik, the Fanous, and the Farsan. But well, maybe there will be an occasion where, I don't know, I want to move this guy to this group because he's a free agent, so I can do it without spending a command token. And I don't know, maybe I can use these 3 orders to do something extra. I don't know. Well, we'll see. And that's pretty much it. So basically, I've got this guy here in this group. Well, the mutas are just amazing. I just realized. I didn't know. I thought, well, it's just another warband, but they're so well equipped. The chain, the emerald, the jammer, the smoke grenades, the pistol as well, because it is important, and they are dog. So this is so good. They're so annoying, basically, because they can isolate you, or they can chain rifle you, or I mean, and if you just wound them once and they don't pass the armor roll, because as you can see, this like pretty brave with no armor, but still you got the dog, and that's super annoying. And in this group, I also have a Lasik. It has an X visor. I wish he could have another kind of visor, like a multispectral visor would be nice, but it's fine. X visor means like this guy can move. He's got climbing plus, so I can move. That's the interesting part. It can be a fire team core. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Although you only have 2 versions of it. So you've got this guy with viral rifle, which is not bad, and the viral sniper rifle, which is the profile I wanna try and play. So that's a good thing. Mimetism, X visor. Okay, so this guy and the viral ammunition, that is very good. So this guy can be very annoying. Well, let me show you the match I play. First of all, just very quickly, let me tell you about the mission. So that's the mission. Okay, we played supplies. All right. In supplies, basically, the only thing you have to do is basically, let me show you here. It's just faster. Get to the tech coffins with a specialist. If it's a doctor, even better, because they have +3. And basically, open the box, get the supply, and run away back to your deployment zone, okay, to keep this guy safe. That would be the idea. Then try to kill his specialist. Could be another way of winning this match. But you need to be careful because supplies can be picked up from the floor. So that means that if one of my specialists open the tech coffin, gets the supplies, and run back, okay? Imagine for whatever reasons I've killed all his specialists. Anybody, I mean sorry, everybody can pick the supplies from a dead troop from an enemy dead troop um on the floor. Okay, that's annoying because imagine I come here, I open the 3 supplies, I run back to my deployment zone, and then the only thing he's got to do is, okay, thank you for picking everything up. Now I'm just going to go to your deployment zone, kill those guys, and pick the supplies. So by doing so, he would completely win. Okay, so you need to be careful somehow. You need to get maybe 1 or 2 supplies, make sure he wants to spend orders on getting the 3rd one, and then he's still has to come to your deployment and kill those guys. So in that mission, although it's very good to finish the mission, I think it's also very good to start, because if you kill the, let's say, 2 or 3 guys that are providing arrows, and then you go and get the supplies and you really get hidden, well, you're putting a lot of pressure on your opponent, because he's got to come, he's got to kill your troops, he's got to, and in the meantime, you're just there annoying him, providing arrows, and making his life harder. Okay, that would be the idea. Right. So let's see what happened. Whoop. Okay, so that was the table that we set for this mission. Let me just move me right here. And basically, let's edit this a little bit. So I was playing Hassassin bahram that actually deployed, let's choose this color, that actually deployed right here, approx. And then my opponent was playing Tunguska, Nomads, and he was deploying right here. I'm going to be using that image a lot because I was so excited playing this game that some important moments were missing here. Okay, I mean regarding taking pictures. So that was the thing. So I deployed my impetuous orders right here. That's something that some people are doing wrong. Okay, and my piece of advice is don't deploy them just where they can be visible, even if you're starting. Doesn't matter. Some people say, oh yeah, but why do I bother putting them in cover if they're impetuous and they don't have cover? Yeah, that's true. But the good thing would be to move these guys in such a way that they're going towards the closest objective, but at the same time, no one can see them, okay? And then you can freely place some smoke. Imagine, I think that's actually what happened, but so if I move 10, okay, or 4 inches, let's say, with the impetuous move, and I get right here, still nobody can really see me here. And I can place a smoke grenade, for example, right here, okay? So at 15s, this guy is safe. And then with his regular order, I might move him right here, for example, to this corner. So I'm just taking advantage of this scenario. Whereas if, let me change the color. Whereas, for example, if I deploy this guy right here, imagine for instance that for any reason your opponent has placed his last miniature, okay? And the last miniature has line of sight already with this guy. Well, it's terrifying to spend a regular order to cancel an irregular order, especially because next turn the irregular order is going to trigger again, and so you're forced to kill the guy that is providing that error. So that's very annoying. So if you place it right here, then yes, you will go up, you will move on towards the enemy, and then you will have to throw smoke. That is one dice versus your opponent. In the better scenario, is one dice. Okay, so you go in at 15s, and probably if he's got more than BS 12, he's shooting back better than you placing the smoke. So why would we do that? Why don't you rather deploy it somewhere that is just easier? Okay, to hide is easier to, I don't know, and you never know what you're going to do, so it's better to be safe than heal. Okay, so that was my deployment. One here ready to move and throw smoke, one here the same thing, ready to move towards this point and throw smoke. There was my IR that was deployed right here with the two Olo Echoes. I think the real one was this one. Okay. Then here I've got the Lasik. He's not playing any missile launcher or he's not playing any heavy rocket launcher. So I'm just playing one rocket launcher here, one rocket launcher here. These are my Gulams. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and the fifth I think is right here. It's hidden in this corner. And my Lasik on this top of the roof. There's another Mutawiha right here, so he's gonna move either to the right or to the left, okay, and probably placing some smoke over here. And there's a Fanus remote just hidden here. What else? Okay, there you are. That was the hidden Golem. And here are my three mujips, okay, and another mutawija, because I think it's very nice when you use the mutawija to play smoke and move these guys, okay, like in better position. And finally, I've got this token right here. That is the Farson from group 2, and it's very close to one of the supplies box, so it's perfect. That was my, I made a mistake. We made a mistake here because I just read now that there are 2 classifieds and we only pick 1. Sorry. So extreme prejudice. That was my opponent's HVT, and can't remember where I placed mine. I think I placed mine right here on. Oh no, there she is, right here. That was my HVT. So he's deploying. That is a puppeteer that is placed on top of the roof, prone. What else? That is just another. That's basically a mine. Everybody knows because the puppeteer can put a mine, so that must be the mine. That's just like a 8 points mimetism, like my Fanus, but in no much one. Then that's an engineer, and it's good because he's got 1 remote here. He's gonna be playing more than 1 remote. Then he's got a Krisa. He's got 2 cheerleaders. Okay, just facing that wall. So I mean, facing towards my prone as well. And here he's got the puppeteers. That's I think a Warcore, I think, and that is basically a motorbike. Don't really remember the name of this motorbike, and he forgot the miniature at home, so we just play the motorbike like this, because just to make an idea of the, you know, how big the base is, basically. Good. And there was another camo marker right here that was prone. Okay, so I think oh, sorry, my last miniature, that's the important thing. Let me just move around. My last miniature was a Fidei that was placed right here. Okay, and I'm not sure you can see it right here. Maybe the picture's not that good. But the thing is, his last miniature was a total reaction bot. Okay, that was placed in this box. So I thought, why not? You know, my Fidei is right here. I don't want him to be discovered by a stupid robot. So Milesig, using the long range and everything, just shot at him. And if I recall, I think there's a funny picture. Yeah, I just got a 7. It's not that great, not that bad, but he got 4 19s. Okay, so he miserably missed. And with the viral, it was enough to just get this guy killed. I mean, the robot killed. And then that gave me free movement to use my Fidei, and I was so excited that I didn't take pictures of I was thinking too much. So basically, in a nutshell, whoop, let me just edit a little bit. In a nutshell, click, clack, and tick. Okay, so my Fidei was placed right here. Okay, let me use a bright color. My Fidei was placed on top of this roof right here. There was a guy right here, so the first thing I did, I moved here. No one could see me because the robot was dead. Okay, the robot was killed. Everybody was hidden or prone. So I came here, I shot at this guy. Opa. So with the boarding shotgun, no, sorry, with the light shotgun, the surprise attack plus the cover plus everything was enough to kill this guy. So perfect, 1 cheerleader less. Then I just moved here. He wanted to turn around with the robot that was right here, but I said no, careful. We are more than I mean 20 centimeters. That in inches is 4, so 8 inches. So with my rifle, I just killed this guy. Okay, 3 dice plus range, take away mimetism. So I think I was shooting at 11s, not that great. But anyway, I made it. 1 wound is enough. And then I just came down the stairs, move. I think somebody tried to discover me somewhere, but it missed. And then basically I just moved. I didn't want to put a smoke here, so I just moved because I was still using I recamouflaged, let's say, or I don't know how it's not camouflage, but it's like this so like supplantation. I don't know, no idea in English. I'll check it later. Basically, Krisa tried to discover or something like that, and basically what I did is I moved in. I killed the engineer, thinking that I was killing the puppeteer because that was my plan. Okay, my plan was to kill the puppeteer, but I made a mistake because these two miniatures confused me. Okay, let me show you what I'm trying to. Let me show you what I'm trying to explain. So, right. So after I killed this guy, basically I wanted to kill that guy was the, let's say, underneath, so hidden inside the house, but that guy was prone, okay, on top of the roof. So I thought this guy was the puppeteer and this guy was the engineer. So I just did it the other way around. Anyway, so I came this way, I killed this guy, okay, so not bad so far. Then I had to climb to kill this guy, so it wasn't really worth it. So I had a better thing to do. What I did, and here I played interestingly wrong. What I did after this is I moved here, so I became a nomad again, let's say, with my fide. So I came here, everybody delayed, so I finally was in front of the Krisa. Okay, let's see if we find a better pick. Here we are. So I was basically here. I was basically here in front of this guy, and then I was okay with another spending another order. I just got in contact base to base, and he said, okay, I'm going to delay, so I attack with surprise attack in close combat. So this is -6. I put my martial arts on, so that was +3 for me, -3 for him, so that was -9 for him. He tried a shot with, I think, with the pistol, but anyway, that wasn't enough. So I think I just killed Krisa just to go faster. Okay, after 2 attempts, I killed him, and then that was the thing I did wrong. So right now, with perspective, it's a bit difficult to see now with perspective, but wait a minute. So let's say Krisa is here. Okay, what I wanted to do is I wanted to climb all this way, kill these two guys. That was the good thing to do, okay? Kill these two guys. And then there was a little bit of line of sight with actually the puppeteer that was prone. So once I was right here, okay, I had line of sight, if you can see, with this puppeteer. That was the idea, okay? So I thought instead of just climbing and spending a lot of orders here and giving my opponent a lot of chances to arrow, what I thought is try to kill some people, get in better position, and then when you have line of sight, you can kill this guy. So that's what I did. But then I made a mistake again, because when I was on top of the roof, there was a puppet that could see me. Sorry, that could see me. So what I thought is, why don't I play some smoke, okay, and then I just kill these guys in close combat, so it's like 2 cheerleaders less, basically. But what I should have done instead would be just not kill the puppeteer, because I mean, I could have killed the puppeteer, but first of all, I think it was more interesting to kill these two guys, and then from here, okay, get out of line of sight with the puppet that was arrowing me, and then just kill this guy with maybe the last order or something like that. But instead, what I did was to play some smoke. The smoke didn't work because I was blinded by a puppet, and in the end, this guy was alive, and so, well, I kind of messed it up there. So this, but already that fight, that fight was interesting. So this guy was killed. Um, None of these guys was killed in the end. Were killed in the end. So a little bit like, annoying. So he started then moving the puppets. Okay, he tried to kill my Lasik with I don't know what. I think he plays some smoke as well. He plays some smoke with the motorbike right here, and he tried to kill my viral sniper with I don't know what, can't remember now. But I think he came this way. He killed the viral sniper. Then he came back. He was like getting strong here, and then I just decided to. Oh, he tried to kill that Mutawiya, but Mutawiya successfully placed smoke. So then we 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 exchanged some birds here with the puppets and my Ayar that was trying to provide some arrows, because I thought this guy's got two wounds, so probably the puppets are gonna kill him. But how many orders will it take to kill him? Because already the Fidai was there. He had to kill the Fidai, and the Fidai was a bit like tough to get killed. So in the end, this guy was perfect because I could. He took one wound, but at the same time he was like um, delaying a lot his game. All right. So he didn't pick any supply here, and that's my last picture. Okay, actually. So let me tell you how it went, just in a nutshell. So going back to the first picture, then basically these guys were killed eventually. So Leila Sharif and his friends were alive. So they came here. Okay, the doctor picked one of the Farzan picked this supply in my turn, and he came all the way back here. So because people that has camouflage, they cannot be camouflaged once they pick the box from the I mean sorry the supply from the box. So you can still have camouflage, but you cannot be camouflaged. Okay, that would be the idea. So it was hidden right here, and then so I picked this supply here, and then when I thought, wow, what an easy game. Okay, um, a combat jam guy came here, and he's trying to kill the doctor, and he tried to kill these guys, but then he actually did it. But then he realized he was carrying a boarding shotgun instead of a multi-rifle. Um, um, yeah, like a multi-rifle, multi-combi rifle. There you are. So we stopped the game here because he killed the doctor and he picked one of the boxes. But then he said, "Oh, I didn't have enough orders to do all the things actually because he had to move, kill this guy, and there were not a lot of orders left by his side." So that was the end of it, and I took two of them. I tried to move my IR all the way here, and try to pick this supply box, but I couldn't. There were not enough orders left. So that was the end of it. But it was fun. I really like this. Next time, I'm gonna make sure I don't mess it up with the Fidai. The Fidai is just very good at killing cheerleaders, and if those cheerleaders, for instance, are poorly deployed, like let's say they're deployed in lines, or imagine this kind of things, for example, like I don't know, like somebody deploys something like this, for example, like one here, and one here. Okay, this kind of deployments, and then you come with the fighter like right here, and it's like hello, like surprise shot, putting the template. Okay, so these kind of things you need to be careful when you deploy and when you're playing versus actually any kind of army that can have a lot of infiltrators in your zone, or if you're playing versus Aleph like Nagas, or if you're playing versus Ariana, the Foxtrots, and all these kind of guys are annoying because of that. So try to deploy these guys in such a way that a template cannot really affect you a lot, because it will always affect you, but you gotta try not to give too much advantage to your opponent. Okay, that would be the idea. Right, guys. So um, have fun. Let me know if you like this. The way I play the Fidai and all these people, and see you soon. Bye.